Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. Gonna have one more beer for the day before I head off on my epic adventure. It's going to be a big one, so I could possibly regret it. But anyway, it's one that's been sitting in the fridge for a while and needs reviewing. It's one of the older ones in the fridge, so got to get into it at some stage. Status Duo by Mountain Culture. It's a triple IPA at 10.4%. So Mountain Culture's pretty much their flagship beer is Status Quo, and it's a pale ale with I looked it up before. It is Cashmere, Centennial, Mosaic, and Citra. So obviously the triple IPA version of that's dialed up massively. Status Quo is only a pale ale, whereas this is a triple IPA. So yeah, those four hops. The reason I think the first time they brewed this was for the Mountain Culture Advent calendar a couple of years ago, and then they had a vote, like a public vote, went out, and this was the beer that got voted as doing a rebrew. So this is the rebrew of it. It probably got brewed probably a good a month and a half, 2 months ago. Been sitting on it for a while, but it's that sort of beer that holds pretty well, especially if it's refrigerated. So let's see how it goes. I thought I'd already reviewed it on the channel, but I haven't. So let's do it. I've got my hashtag proper glassware, probably my fave Mountain Culture glass. And yeah, after this one, I'll feel pretty good. So yeah, I'm pretty much just waiting around just to go. I've got to go to Melbourne later today on the train, so just like waiting on washing to dry and then can pack. And I want to have beers, but I just can't get too drunk because obviously I've got a fair bit to do tonight. So hence why I'm having a triple IPA. Looks good in the glass. Probably not quite as bright on the camera as what it is in reality, but it's like a medium sort of bright orange. I would say a 3 to 4 finger head, very foamy. It's got that, yeah, very smooth and creamy sort of look to it. Body medium to full, looks pretty thick. Carbonation medium. Yeah, it looks the part, looks really good. Let's go a smell. Getting some grapefruit, some orange, some pine, maybe some lemon zest. Like a white bready base, maybe some biscuit. I feel like there's a touch of like peach or something like that. It's got a like a sort of a subtle sweetness. It's grassy as well. I love when you get pine in a hazy IPA. It's just one of those qualities that's not like it's not out there enough, and I love it. A lot of West Coast hazies from the States, you'll get pine, and yeah, it's a good feature. That's why I really enjoy like monkish beers. Yeah, old school C hops should be more prominent in hazies. I feel like they do really well. A lot of these newer hops, it's just Yeah, all muddled like sweet tropical fruit and berry, and yeah, they all start tasting a bit samey. But yeah, pretty cool concept how they've got a flagship pale called Status Quo. And then yeah, they've went, okay, we're gonna bang it up. We're gonna do a massive one and call it Status Duo. Everyone thinks of the band Status Quo. Yeah, it smells really nice. Okay, let's get into it. Time to be quite lubricated. Cheers. It's awesome to think that this time tomorrow I'll probably be just leaving my hotel after checking in and heading out to the inner west of Sydney and getting into those fine Sydney breweries. Can't wait. So yeah, it's like a balance of sweetness and tartness. I'm getting some tropical fruit I didn't really get on the nose, like passion fruit, pineapple. Cheers, Dan. Good to see you, brother. But yeah, some grapefruit, some orange, some peach, some apricot. It's very juicy. The malt base is big. It's one of those beers, though, the balance with the hops is really good. Unlike that last beer I had from Bracket, the Westie, was just like really out of balance. The malt character was too fierce, and the hops sort of didn't shine like you wanted them to. Whereas this one, it's like, yeah, it's balanced up pretty well. You can tell it's a fairly boozy beer, but yeah, it's like it's got so much sort of punchy, juicy flavor and pine and sweetness and a touch of bitterness that sort of balances out that malt. Good beer, very good. You can definitely see why yeah, the public's wanted a rebrew of it. Very smooth and creamy, full bodied. Yeah, I get like an orange nectarine, even like mandarin sort of thing, like very sweet citrusy. You get more of the sort of juiciness from citrus opposed to the like the rind or the pith. There's still a little bit of that, but yeah. And the can artwork's pretty much, yeah, that's what like status quo looks like. Only status quo is the smaller can. I've got T-shirts with status quo on them because quite often here in Australia we have like a Gab's hottest 100 beers, and ever since mountain culture started entering with their status quo, I think they've won it every year since. So they make up these T-shirts and they're like back to back and make it look like they're champions of a sport sort of thing. It's pretty cool. But yeah, good people. I think everyone everyone knows that I'm a mountain culture fanboy. I love them. Um, yeah, one of a few breweries here in Australia that I'm a massive fan of. Um, yeah, all you got to do is go in my kitchen and see the amount of glassware I've got from them. So yeah, I'm tossing up tonight what to do as far as beers go. Because as soon as I get to the city, I'm gonna have to kill. I'm either gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna go straight out to the airport and kill time there, but I feel like there's going to be nothing open. So I'm probably best to stay in the city and go to the airport at about 3 or 4 in the morning because my flight leaves at 6. So I'm thinking I might do some bars or breweries in the city when I get to Melbourne. So one that I thought of was Fox Friday because yeah, they've gone through some struggles lately and they've just been taken over by mountain culture. But I just want to see if they're still pumping out their own beers. Um, Another one I thought of is Foreigner and Rocky Ridge, both in Brunswick. The only thing is they're only open till 11 o'clock, and by the time I get to them, it's going to be like 9:30. So I need somewhere to be open till midnight or 1 a.m. and then that'll fill in a lot more time. Cheers, South Aussie. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're well. I'm on a big boy, a 10.4%. It's very tasty. And another thing I'm contemplating is because I normally have to walk about 15 minutes or so to the train station to get to the city. Because I've got obviously I'm going away for a few days. I've got a lot of baggage. It's like, do I get a taxi for fucking $20 or do I just suck it up and walk with the big bag? I don't know. Whenever it comes to trying to save costs with like transport and that, I'll do anything I can. But yeah, sometimes when it comes to like carrying heavy bags for a long distance, it's like you just can't be fucked. Especially too, like it's raining today, so it makes it even worse. Just sick of getting screwed over with money. Like people just overcharging things these days. Well, back in the day, you'd be able to get, I don't know, you'd be able to get a bus and it'd probably cost you 50 cents to get to like the train station. Then the train would only cost you about $5. Then to get to the airport, it probably costs you $5 or $10. Like just now to get from like the Southern Cross station in Melbourne out to the airport on a bus, it's like nearly $30. It's just like it all adds up. It's like insane. That's why I just couldn't justify putting my dogs in a kennel this time round. It's like I'm already spending way too much money. I'm not I'm not splashing out a couple of hundred dogs just on the a couple of $100 just for the dogs to stay in a shelter. The old ATM cops are hiding. Speaking of ATM, at the moment raining hard here. Yeah, bloody oath. We normally cop whatever you guys get. We get like not long after. It's good for the farmers though. One thing that sucks, I did a huge load of washing, and yeah, I'm sort of waiting on some of it to dry before I pack my stuff, and it's like still wet. Fuck. It just feels really awkward, like knowing that I'm going somewhere tomorrow morning and having to leave to go to the city the night before. So now I'm just like sitting around waiting. Like I wish I could just live a normal day today, wake up in the morning feeling rested, and then like start my journey. Like it, just the joys of living in the country. It's fucking annoying at times. So is anyone out there having a drink? This is delightful. But yeah, the toughest thing is going to be like, I'm going to have to try and stay awake all night or most of the night. And then I'm going to get to Sydney. I'm going to be real tired and grumpy. And then I'm going to have to try and stay awake for even longer. I'm really, really hoping that the hotel, I can check in a little bit early, and then it'll definitely make it a lot easier, a lot more pleasant tomorrow. Because then I could go down for a couple hours sleep, and I'll be back to normal. But yeah, I'm getting I'm getting to Sydney really, really early, so yeah. I don't know. It's just one of those things you got to do it what you can. Once I get there, it's going to be awesome. It's just all the all the mucking around previous. I've got work. I've got all the next week off work, so once I come home, I can sort of chill out and try and catch up on sleep and whatever. Got a mate that's from Liverpool traveling to Australia. He's going to be he's getting to Sydney. He's arriving just as I'm departing, so that sort of sucks. So we don't get to catch up in Sydney, but yeah, we're catching up in Melbourne. So gonna have a day on the beers there. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, it's early Saturday afternoon. So yeah, I think the train I want to catch to the city's in about 6 hours. So I better start packing my bags once I'm done with this stream. Won't take long. Just got to make sure I've got my black tie gear in there. Couple of changes of clothing. Um, yeah, I want to take my laptop. I'm hoping to do some streams at some breweries or bars while I'm in Sydney. It'd be pretty cool. Yeah. One thing I really probably need is one of those travel packs so you can like charge stuff on the go. Nothing worse when you're traveling and your phone battery's about to die and it's like you're heavily relying on your phone. Like these days, when it comes to phones and that, it's like you can't do anything without them. I mean, like your tickets for tickets for planes and everything's on them. It's so annoying. Yeah, I think the best option would be for me just to find a cruisy bar and just chill out for a few hours tonight. I should probably message some Melbourne mates and see if anyone's around. So yeah, I did a stream before. I did these two beers. Yep. I did all the gear and no idea. So yeah, it was like a little experimentation by Bracket Brewing out of Sydney, and it had Chinook and Motueka. So they did a hazy double IPA and a West Coast double IPA, and you just seen what the differences were with the same hops in different styles. I just felt the like I'm obviously more of a West Coast man than a hazy man, but Yeah, the West Coast was just, unbalanced, as I said. Bit of a shame. I love the can artwork. So yeah, these guys I'll probably visit tomorrow. Amongst a few others, I've got about a handful of places I want to go to. It's going to be it's going to be a great few days. I just hope my pups are okay. It's always the killers leaving my dogs. Back in the day when I'd go away for trips like I am tomorrow, I'd put my dogs in the kennel. But yeah, it's just too expensive and pain in the ass because of where it's located. It means I have to go the complete opposite direction to where I'm going just to drop them off. So I'm just taking a punt this time and I'm going to leave them home, but they've got a heap of marrow bones, a heap of buckets of water. Like they'll be fine. It's just, yeah, they'll just be wondering where the hell I am. Let's pour some more, shall we? She's very quiet on this stream. There was quite a few people about for the last one, but I guess it's at that time when the UK people are in bed and the US are sort of starting to get there. It's probably a bit early for the Aussies. She's a murky boy. So yeah, I was gonna do a live hangout, but I just don't have the beers for it. Plus, like, I reckon I'd get carried away and end up like getting too pissy, and it's like I should be very cautious when I'm traveling later on. So probably a good move. I'm gonna cook up some steak and veggies too before I leave, so that'll be decent. But yeah, I've had 3 beers and they've all been big. Yeah, I don't know. Part of me really wants to go to Foreigner Brewing tonight. They're just such an underrated brewery. Like they do absolutely awesome, like Czech style lagers, and like I don't know, they're one of those breweries you have them in the cans and they're pretty average. You can just tell they don't have great distribution and they don't can very often and that. But when you go to the venue and sit there and drink their stuff on tap, it's fucking phenomenal. Cool, dude. The old slow cooker. Yeah, that'd be awesome. What sort of stew is it? Like, yeah, like obviously beef. You just got like a heap of veggies and shit in it. Carrot and beans and capsicum, all that sort of stuff. Sounds good. Yeah, I had a silver side and pickle sandwich, sort of for my brunch, and then for my it'll be pretty much dinner, but a little bit early. I'm gonna have like steak and veggies, and then I'm gonna try and just battle it out. Try not to eat too much. Just like have a couple of drinks sort of later on tonight. I don't know. I can't wait to just get to Sydney. It's just going to be so fucking annoying. What moping around in Melbourne overnight, and I just wish I could just be asleep and yeah, just go to Sydney from where I am. I just couldn't justify getting another accommodation tonight though, because I've got 2 nights accommodation in Sydney, and then I got 2 nights accommodation in Melbourne next weekend. So it's like I just couldn't justify wasting another fucking $150 just when I'm going down to the city late at night and then catching a plane out early. I just felt like fuck it. I'll just sacrifice sleep and I'd rather go do some other shit for a few hours and yeah. Even if I can have a little kip in the airport for a few hours. Probably won't happen. There won't be much chance for sleep on the flight. It only goes for about an hour and 20 minutes. Cheers, Drewy. Oi! I'm on a triple IPA, lad. It's quite boozy. Sleepy boy. Nah, not this morning, bro. I may look sleepy, but I ain't sleepy, if you get what I mean. I'm heading to Melbourne later tonight, bro. And then I'm off to Sydney in the morning. It's going to be sick. Can't wait. So, yeah, I'm just wondering what I'm going to do. I've got to kill. I'm getting to Melbourne tonight at 9 o'clock, and my flight doesn't leave till 6 a.m. So it's like I've got 9 hours to kill. It's going to be brutal. So I'm thinking I might go just to like a cruisy couple of breweries and just try and pace myself and just relax and just have a couple of beers at each, not get too carried away. And then yeah, then sort of head out to the airport sort of early from the city and then just sort of chill for a while. I don't know, it's a shit situation. But yeah, it's better to be early than late, I guess. I'll end up falling asleep somewhere probably. But yeah, this beer is phenomenal. Um, yeah, as I said, like a white bread, biscuity base, very full, like full bodied, smooth and creamy. As far as hop character goes, like yeah, some pineapple, passion fruit, orange, grapefruit, apricot, peach, pine, some grassiness, like some sort of floral character. It's not too sweet. It had a touch of bitterness to it. Yeah, really good. It's a bit of a take, like a on their flagship beer. They've really like oomphed up everything on the flagship. So yeah, what it says on the back. It's got the winner of our 2025 Rebrew playoffs, as voted by our biggest fans. Status Duo uses the exact same hop profile as Status Quo, but we've doubled each hop addition to give double the juice and bulked up the malt bill to give double the ABV. It's double everything. It's a big old boy. So yeah, pretty cool. If I was to score this, I'd probably say I reckon I'd go about a 4.6 out of 5. It's a very good beer. Very enjoyable. I just don't know if it was the right decision for me with the night I've got ahead, but we'll see in a few hours' time. That sexy old glass. Looks good together. Look at that. Yeah, boy. So yeah, 4.6 for status duo, 10.4%. What would you call it? A triple IPA. And I'm gonna depart and start getting ready for my trip. Cheers, folks, and you may see me tonight in a venue in Melbourne, perhaps. But if not, you may see me in Sydney. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to take my laptop with me. Hopefully, do some sort of streams, which would be pretty cool. Yeah, I've got plenty of time to kill tonight, so I reckon I'll pull the laptop out at some stage. It just depends on internet access. So yeah, look out for my travels, and I'll be on a lot of it'll be on Instagram as well in my stories. So if you don't follow me on there. Short and Stout Beer Reviews. I'm out. Have a good one, peeps.